Okay, Geek, so today I'm going to be talking about investing in your education. So quite often for most of us, when we think about education, we're thinking about an academic education, going to school, going to college. And that's definitely the most popular form of education, but it's not the only form of education. So the education that I'm talking about is self-education, and I learned a really important principle. So the education principle that I learned is that an academic education will get you a job, whereas self-education will make you wealthy. So let me explain to you what I mean by that. Schools are typically built so that they can create employees to go work in businesses. Just think about that for a moment. And then higher learning, like colleges and universities, are actually businesses themselves. They make a lot of money off of having students. And the reason I say that is because in college, you have to invest normally 4 to 5 years and then $30,000 to $50,000 or more just to get your degree. And then when you get out of college, there's no guarantees that you're going to get a job that's actually going to pay for the schooling and the investment that you put in all those years. Okay, so say for example, you went to college for an education or a business degree, but by the time you got out, you can't find a job in your field. But even if you did find a job, it didn't pay enough for you to pay off your student loans, which you're still going to owe and which you're definitely going to have to pay back. Or maybe another scenario is you just found out that your degree is not worth a lot in the real world. And so now you might have to go back to school, get another degree, and get more loans. And so that's where self-education comes in. Because with self-education, you are in control of what you learn and also how much you spend. And this is especially true in our internet age where you could basically learn 24/7 and pretty much any topic that you want. So with the self-education, the time and especially the money that you have to invest is usually much, much lower than it is compared to an academic education. Now with the self-education, you're usually learning real skills that actually usually make you money way quicker than it would in an academic education. So for example, I've taken many online courses, both free and especially paid. Not all of them worked out, but the ones that did worked out really well. So the two examples that I'm going to use is first KMoney Mastery, and that one cost me about $67. And from the time I took it to 6 months, I was able to work online. And the second one is Seth's digital marketing course. I spent $100 on that. It took me about a month to get through the course, and a few months later, I'm now making 3 times what I made before. And currently, right now, I'm taking an online course that starts at $49 and goes all the way up to like $30,000, which will allow me to make more than 6 figures per year. And with all of these courses, I didn't have to spend years and years in school, owe thousands of dollars in student loans, and I could actually use these skills in many different ways. So when you're self-educated, not only can you use these skills to go out and get a job, but you could also use it to freelance, get clients, you could start a business with it, or you could teach it to other people. And I think the most important thing with self-education is it teaches you how to learn in many different ways, and it gives you a lot more tools available so you can have more options in your life.